we have what we call BTC, Boca Traders Conference. If you head to BocaTradersConference.com, you can grab your slot. Early bird is $297, and VIP reception at a cool casa here down in God's waiting room, known as Boca Raton, is $397. These are limited, the VIP ones, because we're not going to break too much stuff at this beautiful house. Just a quick thank you to the Sun Sentinel. Had a nice write-up today about the Mission United event that I got to speak at a couple weeks ago on board the Gallant Lady. Special thanks to Colin Brown, the head of JM Family Enterprises here in South Florida. Obviously, just a great family, great organization, and supporting a noble cause, Mission United there, and putting the ladder down and helping out our veterans. You got to love liberal media frothing at the mouth. The one lady on MSNBC. This was a staged event. So Mike Pompeo flies to North Korea and brings home 3 Americans who are being held hostage, alive this time, not like Otto Warmbier, who came home a vegetable and died a couple days after being reunited with his parents. This was a staged event. I don't know about you. I didn't wait up until 2:30 in the morning to watch this event. And MSNBC, you didn't have to go. You didn't have to bring your camera, so shut up. And New York Times was giving Mike Pompeo shit for being AWOL the other day, when Trump was rightfully pulling us out of that Iranian nuclear deal. The New York Times was saying, where's Mike Pompeo? He's AWOL, and he was on an airplane rescuing hostages. There's the liberal media, folks. They are frothing at the mouth. And by the way, folks, here's your breaking news on the whole Russiagate stuff. The FBI committed treason. Several members of the FBI committed treason. They should be tried and to the highest penalty, which in the old days was a rope. But folks, they never thought it was impossible Donald Trump's going to win. Hillary's going to win, and we're all going to get promoted and nice cushy jobs, and then when we get out, we'll work for the Clinton Foundation. He won. After he won, what did the FBI do? They put a mole in the campaign to do what? To try and find out some dirt, or to plant some dirt. This is disgusting. This shit needs to end, and we need to start holding everybody accountable, equal treatment under the law. If you don't, Attorney General Sessions and everybody else, if you don't start holding people accountable, guys like me, who God-fearing, law-abiding, Second Amendment lovers, get pissed. This market rally, really low volume, low volatility. You know, I said, hey, we probably won't go through this 50-day moving average. Yo soy wrong. I was wrong about that. But what do we do here? This is algorithmic buying. This is stock buybacks. I know nobody, no smart money, quote unquote, that I know is buying into this market here. We have Israel pounding the hell out of Syrian, well, not Syrian positions, they're Iranians positions. And oh, by the way, Saudi Arabia has said, if these dudes on the right side of this beautiful lake, known as the Persian Gulf or the Arabian Gulf, get a nuke, we're going to get one in about 6 hours. Okay, Wiz, what are you talking about? Maybe 6 years? No, about 6 hours. If you don't know this, the Saudi Arabians have bankrolled Pakistan's nuclear ambitions for years. Why? Because they're good dudes? No, because they knew that if anything bad happened, they could pick up the phone and get a nuke. And so now, potentially, we're going to have a nuclear arms race in the Middle East, and people who have no problems using a nuke are going to have nukes. This is going to get uglier. So Benjamin Netanyahu has a green light to bomb Syria back in the Stone Age, and up next is Iran. Crude oil, around, what are we at, 69, 70-ish? Crude oil, WTI, Brent, set 3-year high in wake of the Iran sanctions. These haven't kicked back in, folks. The president signed it the other day, and then what did Steve Mnuchin do? He said, it takes about 3 to 6 months to all this stuff to kick in. That's a name you haven't heard lately, right? Steve Mnuchin or Gary Kudlow. Remember Gary Kudlow, you know, bought away from CNBC to come to the White House. He had run out to the, on the White House lawn a couple times to say, hey, these trade war fears are really overblown. Everybody just relax, okay? Steve Mnuchin, we'll figure out something with China. The big boys will talk behind closed doors. You haven't heard a word from either of those guys in weeks. Steve Mnuchin went to China personally recently to do what? To try and settle this thing in person. Anybody hear any good breaking news? So, folks, I'd love for us to settle these trade war fears. I'd love for us to do all of that. And you would think it would leak that there's good things going on. Yay. I'm not too bullish on that. What's also helping this kind of Malaysian market higher is record stock buybacks. Man, $100 billion out of Apple they want to buy back. That's ludicrous buyback, folks. That's great. But it artificially boosts earning per shares, and obviously the stock price goes up. But you either run out of money to buy back your own shares, or you run out of your own shares. And then what do? What should be driving us higher? Innovation, acquisitions, coming up with new technology. That's what's going to drive this market higher. Anyway, folks, but the market can remain irrational longer than you can stay solvent. This kind of rip your face off rally off the 200-day moving average looks eerily similar to what? Right? This is the short volatility trade ending. And, look at the VIX right now. We just had a great live trade brief talking about all this stuff, volatility. Because go to webinar and go to training were down yesterday, so we moved it today. But we are, Goldman had a great note out today saying volatility is at ludicrously low levels. This is highly unusual. Why Goldman thinks the VIX is suddenly too low. I'll save you the booger eater charts and patterns and everything like that, but this is, when Goldman throws out something like this, it means get long volatility, because that's what they're telling their private net worth clients is, hey man, something's going to happen in the next couple weeks to freak the market hell out, so time to get long vol. And I could not agree more. VIX breaking a key support level ain't the time to short vol unless you're super crazy. And this isn't that great of a headline today. University of Michigan consumer sentiment is flat. But, well, Wiz, what about stock market confidence? It's at a 13-month low. So be very, very carefully on these low volume, low volatility rallies, especially when we have kind of that sell in May and go, sell in May and I'm going to the Hamptons type of stuff. So be careful. We took a look at WYNN today, bull put spread on Amazon, and also getting long volatility. Something's going to give, folks, in the next couple weeks to freak this market the hell out again, okay? So have a great rest of your day. Happy hunting. Make sure you hedge, and I'll be back with Monday's market outlook. We'll see you.